I'm just trying to get mine to sit in that sweet spot. Oh, that's the spot.
That's right about where you hold it anyway.
All right. What's up, everybody? We're back here for the Bogey Brothers podcast. We weren't planning to shoot an episode tonight. We had other plans. We drove all the way to the studio. Sometimes plans change, so here we are, GM Sports here with Mr. Motown Martin. Say hello.
Hey, how we doing, guys? I feel like this is pretty fancy.
Actually, so this will be our first video episode since we did a live episode over in Detroit for the draft. And so I feel obligated to ask you, what is happening with the shorts or lack thereof?
You don't like my boxers?
What? So what's happening? Tell me about the shorts. How did we end up in this predicament?
It's hotter than a son of a gun outside. I just left work, and I was moist. So, like, you know what? I'm going to run across the street.
He said moist.
I'm going to hit the grocery store. I don't want to wear jeans and a black T-shirt.
All right.
And so instead I bought a black T-shirt and shorts. So I was like, all right, cool. Get some airflow. They were on sale.
Did they not have other colors of T-shirts, or what made you go with the black?
I was trying to match with the shorts, to be honest.
The black looks good with the hat, and the hat matches the shorts.
Oh, bro, don't forget the sneakers. Got the baby pink on there, too.
I can't get over, because here I am trying to enjoy podcasting, being back in the saddle. As you guys know, now we're kicking off season 3. It's been a little hiatus, no problem. But all I have staring me in the face is your right testicle.
Yeah, well, I'd like to say my wife gets that view too, but I'd be lying. But yeah, these shorts, man, now I know why they were on sale, because they only have half the fabric. This is, like, do you think I'm clear to say what I said earlier when we were sound checking?
I'm going to post what you said earlier either way, so you
Good.
might
So
as
we're
well
riding
just say it.
So, guys, I have this theory that, birth control pills, right?
Yeah.
Your body doesn't process all of the estrogen in there. So when women who are on birth control, they urinate out a lot of the estrogen.
So wait, birth control raises your estrogen?
Yes. And so when they pee, it flushes out a lot of that estrogen. Well, the water treatment plants don't treat for estrogen. So then it cycles back around. There's too much estrogen in the water. So now all these guys,
so your theory is that, and I just want to make sure I'm following this. Women are taking a lot of birth control, then they're drinking water. Women urinate, which then goes into the water, and people that are drinking city water by default are ending up with more estrogen in their body.
Yes, and that is why these men, or these kids today, these people, they have smaller wee-wees, and they can wear short shorts like this.
I've never had that problem.
Me
I've
either.
never had that problem.
I think it was because I grew up in the generation where, they didn't really wear car seats. They didn't really do birth control.
I mean, I was a well-water kid, so I never really had to deal with city water. Actually, the first time I ever paid for water was after I got married. I think this most recent house that I bought in 2022 was the first time that I ever actually had to deal with water, like paying a water bill.
It's safe to say we can blame your wife.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, so I've always lived in a country where you don't even think about water. It's not a bill. It's just if you want water, it comes out of a well. Like you have a well pump, which then sends water into your house, and the only thing you're paying for is electricity.
Is that where your son went? You threw him in a well?
No,
Okay.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, who do I call for makeup? I feel like I'm a little glossy today. I need a little powder, like I'm on a Tyra show.
I don't think Jared has anyone on staff yet for makeup. I mean, we can kind of talk to him about making it happen. I know he's watching right now, so if you want to reach out to him and ask, I'm sure that we could get hooked up with someone to do makeup next time.
Jared. I'm disappointed in you. This is a lovely place, and I don't even have somebody to powder my nose. I feel like I'm in the women's room of a Walmart, not a Macy's.
I don't know. I've seen some powdery noses coming out of the women's room at Walmart, especially the employees.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Speaking of powdery noses, I've been I've been finding a new swing juice lately out on the golf course, right?
Okay.
I found this snortable caffeine, and
Yeah, I know that.
I haven't tried it, but I feel like it might be the key that's missing from actually taking the next step from being myself to being a good golfer. So, and I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about actual snortable caffeine.
Yeah, they've had that for at least since the 80s. Comes from Colombia.
No, it's have you ever? The company is called Want a Bump.
Wanna bump.
Yes.
Okay. They've got a little
And
spoon that comes with it, right?
it comes with a little spoon or a key. You can choose.
Okay.
But or there's another one that's called Tee Bump, where they send a golf tee that has a nice little scoop in the top of it for right before you tee off.
I did see that.
But it's literally they send you a vial of caffeine, and it's like an outrageous amount of caffeine. Like per vial, I don't know how big the bottle actually is. Per vial is like 500 milligrams of caffeine.
Well, you got a better chance of not having having a heart attack from that than cocaine. Like, just do the real stuff, guys.
Probably true.
Nowadays, it's probably so stepped on. It's probably the same price.
So, I've seen people who happen to be hitting bombs out on the golf course utilizing
Is it because of this take a bump or nose bump or
I'm
bump?
thinking that it could be.
All right.
And so I'm wondering, do I dabble? Is caffeine a gateway drug? Because I don't want to do any drugs. I'm a good person.
Right.
But it's certainly, when you see someone hit a 310, 315-yard drive, you certainly have to wonder, is this playing a role in their abilities?
It's the shorts. More movement.
I have noticed guys are wearing much shorter shorts on the course as well.
Who wears short shorts?
My favorite long driver is Martin Borgmeyer. Love him.
Really? I thought it was the other guy.
No, Kyle Berkshire.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him. I like to watch him. He's incredible. He's a great long driver. But I love the Germinator, the Terminator, whatever they call him, the German Terminator, something like that.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
He's German, so.
Oh, okay. That part
But
makes sense.
he's a cyborg dude. He's jacked, but he wears shorts that I'm talking like way up the thigh. And he was talking about it the other day. He said, "What we're gonna do today is for every birdie that we make on the course, I'm gonna roll my pant leg up further."
I've seen that video.
I said, "Nope, I'm shutting this one off." Click.
Let's do it, Graham. Let's do it.
See, I've been wearing golf pants a lot lately.
I noticed. It's
Versus
weird. It's like you want your legs to stay extra pale.
It's got nothing to do with that, and not even a tan thing, but I've been playing in some not ideal conditions, and I have golf pants now. They're water resistant, and I look good in them. I feel comfortable. They pretty much match anything.
And you played pretty well yesterday.
I
in
did.
those pants.
I did play pretty good yesterday in those pants. I have a gray pair, a black pair, and a blue pair, so I pretty much have something for every occasion when it comes to my golf pants.
So now, anybody who's been a longtime listener since season 1, they know that you are a thrifter. Like you like polos from Marshalls, all that stuff.
I'll buy a polo from anywhere.
So where did you get these pants at that are so magical?
Let me adjust the mic here just for this one. There we go. Nope, come on up, baby. There we go. Sam's Club.
I was going to guess that.
$19.72 per pair. So how it happened actually kind of made me mad. I was down at the outlet mall in, I want to say it was just north of Naples, Florida. So it might have been Sarasota area. But I'm down there. Oh, there goes my phone. Well, you guys saw that, right? That was dangerous. So I'm down there. I walk into the Greg Norman store.
Okay.
And I wanted some Greg Norman golf pants. I really like his golf pants, his apparel. It's good company, and I support his golf brand.
$160.
No, it was their end of the season sale, and it was $85 a pair. And so $85 a pair on sale for $85 a pair. They're like 30-40% off, something stupid like that.
Who does he think he is, Sunday Red?
So I wanted them. And I was like, man, $85 a pair. That's actually not a bad deal. And so then I'm looking around, and he's got like a super clearance at the back, and it says $55 a pair. I was like,
That's super
Man,
clearance?
I was like 55 a pair. Like, that's a good deal. And so I sat there for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes sorting through pairs like, should I buy them? Should I not? They have good colors. And finally I decided not. And I was like, but I'm going to Scotland in 3 weeks. I have to get golf pants. So I then come back to Michigan and made a Sam's Club run. And they just got all their golf apparel in for the year. And laying right there is golf pants.
So are they actual pants or are they golf pants? Because I know.
No, they're actual golf pants.
Really?
And they're the Greg Norman brand for $19.72 per pair.
Bro,
They are the exact pants that I was looking for that said 40% off for $85. The exact same pair at Sam's Club for $19.72. And I could post a picture of them later. Same shark on there, everything. It's the authentic pair. And I got them for $66 cheaper per pair of pants. So I bought 3 for less than I would have bought 1 pair for on clearance at the Greg Norman store.
America. This is a great segue into overpriced golf clothes, bro.
I hate it.
Like, look online anywhere. I mean, you look, what is it, Sunday Swagger. There's a couple other brands. They're $45, $50 a polo.
Sunday Swagger.
Yeah. I'll look it up for you real quick. They're like loud. It's kind of like Loudmouth. They've got like the boobs.
Oh, okay.
Bikini ones. But $50 a polo?
I'm going to try not to choke here. Let me find my phone.
Choking on a microphone. It's because of these shorts, I'm telling you. But no, overpriced golf clothes. You know how we combat that, though?
What's that?
Use code GM365 or code Motown at flopshotgolfapparel.com. Save yourself 25% off. I love the brand. I actually got to meet the owner.
What's your favorite polo from Flopshot right now? What do we got? Favorite one that you got on the market?
That I have?
I mean, the favorite one that you've seen, because sometimes the ones that you don't have are the ones that you like the most.
Okay. So I really like the new one that came out, that like teal blue.
Yeah, it's got like a teal blue, and does it have like a hint of pink in it too?
I think so, like flowers. I love the color schemes that he chooses.
I love flowers. I love pink. I love blue. So the new one is really good. But my favorite is the 76er because there's nothing better than the United States of America. I'm wearing a red, white, and blue hat right now, and it's one of their hats. Got the eagle on it. And so they actually make this same hat, one with a golfer on it, and then they have one with an eagle on it. And I think there's a third one that's like just the company's brand, like just like Flopshot Golf right across the front. But all 3 of them, same material. And this one, what brand is this? This is The Game.
Okay,
so
that's a nice
That's
hat.
a good brand because I remember when we were playing travel ball in high school, we got so excited when we got our hats, and that was the brand. And so that's like this America series is all made by The Game, and it's quality.
So, yeah, bro, and that looks super breathable, super like almost water resistant, you could say, like sweat proof.
Yeah,
almost.
and I think I've worn this for 8 to 10 rounds of golf, and I've never sweat through it.
That's solid, bro.
Yeah, so like most hats, if you're buying a cheap hat, like let's just say it, like cheap versus
Like
a
a
budget-friendly
517 golf
hat.
hat.
Right, cheap versus budget-friendly. There's cheap where you buy a $19 hat and you sweat through it halfway through the first round that you play with it. There's budget-friendly where you're getting the quality, but he's not out to rip you off. Like every sale, he's donating to the local schools. He's donating back to people. He's making it possible to send merchandise out to more brand ambassadors and people that work with him. So, I mean, quality guy, quality product, flopshotgolfapparel.com, code GM365 or code Motown. Get your 25% off.
Yeah, he was just in a big magazine, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was just in a big magazine.
That's kind of cool.
It was the GMSports365.com zine.
I mean, I'm pretty mad, though, that he didn't pick his best-looking brand ambassador for any of the pictures.
Yeah, I didn't even read the article because I found out that I wasn't in the pictures. And so I kind of, anything that I'm not front and center of, I tend to steer away from.
So wait, hold on, time out. You thought you were the best-looking brand ambassador?
No, I just, I do have the highest follower count, though, and I'm a little egotistical.
That's fair. I've got the shorter shorts, so I feel like it balances out.
I personally, I'm a salesman at heart, and I feel like you can't be in sales and not be a little bit full of yourself, and B, a little bit egotistical, and also C, just stupid. Like, you have to be stupid to believe that you can succeed in that type of environment.
Yeah. There's a word for
You
that,
have to be full of yourself to have that belief and be like, yeah,
that
I can.
confidence, yeah.
Like a good friend of mine, one who actually owns the Activate studio here, where we're privileged to be able to record.
Shout out J Red.
Yep. He door knocks. You have to be a crazy dude to be willing to walk up to somebody's door in a random city, never met the people, knock, and you got 30 seconds to sell. You got to be a little bit full of yourself just to believe that you can. And so, yeah, I'm a little bit full of myself, and I think that if he was going for diversity, the man with the red beard would have been on the cover of his article. But
I mean, listen.
all right, guys, so we're back now for the second half of the episode. And basically what I want to go over with you here is, how are we looking this golf season? We haven't talked a lot about golf season. Life gets busy. How are you feeling? How's the swing?
Man, ever since I snapped my driver's been hot. However,
I feel like we didn't do a podcast episode about that, so you may want to tell the people,
all right,
how did you snap the driver?
I snapped the driver, putting a tee in the ground, second tee box of league on a Friday night. And I was heated. After that, I tried to play the wife's super short, super light flexed Cobra.
Yeah.
That was worse than my normal driver.
See, I've watched you golf, and I think that you actually play better without a driver in the bag. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you probably played a pretty good round that night. And you probably outdrove everybody else in the group, too.
I did by like 10, 15 yards, and the ball was rather straight.
Yeah.
Just because I had no other choice. Like, do you know how? Go ahead, go get it. Usually I'm the one taking a pee. Go get it. I'm usually the one taking a pee.
Guys, so so normally when we're off video, I will produce at the same time that I will record. Like, I'll be adjusting the sound, doing all that stuff. But today we said, hey, let's be on camera. We're in a beautiful studio. Jared Rayburn Podcast and Activate Studio were kind enough to host us. But the only thing is, it's a really far walk to get to the producer's table. And in between the segments, I was attempting to just, make sure the sound was right, make sure we're set up, get the time. And I left my drink over there out of range.
Rookie move.
Rookie move. So please excuse me for 18.7 seconds while I run to the producer's table. And
it's a half mile.
Yep.
Just to put it in perspective for you guys, it's a half mile through 6 doors.
It's going to take about 18 seconds to get to the producer's table, get my drink, and maybe even more time to get back. All right.
He almost pulled something getting out of the chair. He's lucky he's still young. I just threw my back out watching him. That was painful. Can we get a medic in here too? Not only do I need a powder, I need a medic. America, somebody set this man straight. This is crazy. Look at him. Call him hop along. He's never moved that fast in his life, though. It's because of his newfound blackness.
All right, I got my drink. We're safe.
These chairs are like lazy boys and everything.
So we were talking about you being bad at golf. Back at it.
Whoa. Terrible at golf. No, I played well that night, and then I got my driver, and I got some insight on what shaft to get. Meanwhile, I played our outing.
Oh, didn't you go?
No driver.
You got fitted, right? Did you get fitted for the driver?
Nope.
Just for the irons.
I didn't even get fitted for the irons.
Oh.
Like a lot of people are telling me they're too short still. I tried to get fitted. The sales rep at the place I went to was like, here, just grab one of these. Go in a hitting bay. See which one you like best. That was my fitting.
Why didn't you tell him to adjust you? Be like, yo, I want to know exactly what length I need. Are the ladies going to love me? Like, think about it.
As a salesman, bro, I'm not going to beg you to take my money.
So think about it. You walk out onto the golf course now, and you go to hit the first tee box, and you're like, oh, par 3, 170 yards, right? Let me pull out an 8 iron or a 7 iron, whatever you're going to choose. Cart girl rolls up to the first tee, and all she sees is, oh, that dude's got a short rod. You've instantly forfeited any chance because you didn't get fitted for that club, to where now you're probably going to hit a bad iron shot. She's probably going to laugh at you. And she might laugh enough to where she doesn't even hand you a beverage, or if you like a candy bar, hand you a Snickers bar.
Listen, it's the estrogen in the water. That's what it's. I mean, short rod, short shorts. It's all coming together now, guy. Like full circle.
I just can't believe. We have to circle back to it. I can't believe that is what you chose to invest your hard-earned money in.
Bro, they were on sale. I was at Meijer. I had like 20 minutes. I was like, sweet. Grab them. They look sweet. I almost grabbed a matching shirt. Then I was like, nah, that's too much. That's extra.
All right, so back to it. You break your driver. You're teeing off with a 3-wood. You're beating everyone by 15 to 20 yards. What's next?
It was our best round of league at that point. We shot out 44, 45. Couple scramble, like the missus and I. And so it's not actually a couple scramble either. It's just a twosome scramble. So we're playing against guys who...
Oh, I thought it was a couples league.
No, I think I've seen maybe 3 couples out there.
Were you in a couples league last year?
Yes.
And so then you boycotted the course, and now you're not.
Yep. And so I was under the assumption that it was a couples league. And so I was like, cool, sweetie, let's go play here. She loves the course because it's short. Like, it's a lot shorter than the courses that you and I play. So she, and she's been striping the ball lately. Like, she's legit carrying us off the box most of the time. Since I got this driver anyway.
So all she's got to do is hit the ball straight, though, because you're missing a lot of fairways right now, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Not really, actually. Like yesterday, I hit 5 or 6 fairways, which is good for me. I mean, most of them bounced off a tree, but whatever.
I want to know. I want to know how I played yesterday, because
I know you beat me. I'll own up to that one.
I did. I actually got you on the front 9 and the back 9, even though I started really bad on the back 9. All right. So shot an 87 overall. Let's see. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pars yesterday. Or no, 7. 7 pars. 7 bogeys. This is where I got myself, though, right? No birdies, and I had 4 double bogeys or worse. I had a quad on 11, I had a triple on 12, and I had a double on 16. I also had a triple on the front 9 on hole 7. But, I mean, I shot a 41 on the front, shot a 46 on the back. So the back was weak. But I was 4 for 12 on fairways, and I only hit 5 greens.
All right.
So having 7 pars, only having hit 5 greens, that tells me that the putting was good. I only had 32 putts yesterday.
That's solid. Yesterday, I hit 50% of the fairways on the front 9. So, and then the back 9, apparently I didn't. Oh, I didn't even track that stuff yesterday on the back 9. I was playing well. I didn't want to be distracted on the back, to start it anyway.
Dang. So, all time, like since I started tracking full rounds, that round that we played a couple weeks ago at Pineview was the worst round that I've carded in the 4 years that I've kept my statistics consistently.
Yeah, you were not playing well that day. I mean, I had you 13 strokes, and then you came back and beat me by 3.
But I was winning on the front 9.
Because you got ballsy, bro.
I was winning on the front 9 by 3 strokes. And then on the back 9, I lost by 14 strokes. I carded 2 10s.
Yeah. One hole, you lost 4 or 5 golf balls.
Did I? Yeah, I picked up on that and just took a maximum. Said, put me down for a 10. It was a par 4.
Yeah, it was.
And I walked off crying.
It started on hole 10, though. That's where you started it, because you tried to you tried to play it over, and you did.
I hit a great drive. Just little. I missed it by what? A yard and a half, 2 yards, which caused it to go into the water. And then I was like, let me redeem this real quick. Hit it over the green. So I'm already so into the hazard, drop 2, hit 3. 3 goes over the green into the woods, and it's past white stakes. So now it's another drop. So drop 4, hit 5, hit that one off to the right into the woods, also white stakes. So drop 6, hit 7, chunked 1, chunked another, chunked another, chunked another. And mind you, this is from 120 yards. And then I threw my ball into the woods and said, put me down for a 10.
Yeah, and then he walked into the woods and pulled out a nitro and played that the rest of the day.
No, not possible, because I lost 3 balls on the next hole, too.
That's true. That's true.
Back
Down
to
in
back.
the gully.
Yep.
But no, I want to paint a picture of that hole real quick. So it's probably a 90-degree dog leg, right? Would you say from the tee box to the green?
Yeah.
And so I mean, you got to lay up at probably 190, 200.
Not even. I think like you can hit anywhere from 140 to 200 as long as you stay to the left and you're safe. Mm-hmm. Or it's only 210 to clear the river. There's a river that runs through the middle, and I don't mean to steal your picture painting here.
Oh, no, you're good.
But there's a river that runs through the middle, and that river starts at the 140, but it runs till 250. So you could hit a straight drive 250 and still land in that water.
Yeah.
And so I'd say that my drive that I hit was good.
Yeah,
but
it was clear.
It went about 235 maybe, and had the distance easily to clear the water, but it was running congruent with the water instead of going across it.
Yeah, and it was 60 degrees out.
Yeah.
It was wet. Conditions were not there to. Now, had we played it even yesterday, but the second half of yesterday, you would have cleared that all day.
Yeah.
But it was a good round. I enjoyed it. I'm excited to get back.
I want to say you beat me. What did it end up being?
13 strokes.
13. So, yeah, I mean, you shot a 94, which is pretty average, not that great. But you you rattled off on the way to shooting a 94, 5 pars in a row, 4 pars in a row. And so that round probably should have been an 88 or an 86, but you were slow starting on the front 9, and then you just slaughtered the back 9 in a good way.
Yeah, and it was, I'll be honest, like, obviously you guys know I'm not a great golfer, but course management.
Oh, you don't say.
Course management. No, I still didn't have a driver at that time. No, yes I did, because that was after our outing, right? Nope, before we played
yeah, it was before
Logan.
the outing, I think.
It was before
after
we played Logan.
the outing, before we played,
So
Logan.
I did not have my driver yet either. So I was playing with a 3-wood. Now I've got that extra stiff shaft in my driver. Oh, man. It's either a pull or a push. There's no more slice. Like it's...
What about down the middle? Is there any down the middle action happening?
Sometimes. I mean, yesterday the first hole, hard pull, smoked a tree dead nuts, kicked back into the fairway.
You did hit the fairway on the first hole.
290 out, and I just flushed a 3-wood.
Can we talk about my front 9 yesterday?
Yeah.
I think I showed flashes of someone who could shoot around par.
I wouldn't say around par, but...
Well, no, I'm not saying
3,
that
4 over.
I'm not saying that right now my talent is there.
Oh.
I'm saying that I showed flashes of containing the potential.
So let's get you on tour. What are we waiting for?
As if.
Every guy who plays golf has that one round that's like, man, if I keep this up, I can make at least Corn Ferry.
Right.
My age, I'm like, Champions Tour?
That's a good goal. I got, 25 years to practice to get ready for the Champions Tour?
Yeah, I've got 5.
So first hole, step up, middle of the fairway, or middle left, and then I pull out my iron, stick the green, 2-putt, par, hop up to the next hole, smack, land just short of the green, I believe, right? I was just short, or did I hit the right side?
No, you were on the green.
I was on the right side,
three,
on
right?
the green, and then 2-putt again, par. So back-to-back pars to start. Next hole, not great.
I think you were fairway.
I think I bogeyed. Yeah, I hit the fairway. Ended up with a bogey, 3-putt bogey there because I went gur, I think, to start.
And 3 pars, didn't you?
Yeah, or I went par, bogey.
Okay.
So, I mean.
But still not bad, though, considering
Right.
I started 7,
Yeah.
6. Like, I took a 6 on a par 3 guy.
So, I mean, with putting up a 7, and an 8 yesterday, I still had parred 7 out of the 18 holes, so like almost half the holes, and kept it under 90, shot an 87. I think that I could get to a point where I'm parring 9 holes around, 10 holes around, with consistency. Now, do I manage to clean up those other holes in between? I don't know, because that's been a struggle. I can make a lot of pars, but I haven't cleaned up those in-between holes. I still have a blow-up where I'll put up a 10 or a 9.
So this guy that I know is the professor of golf. He was telling me, and actually I've had quite a few other people tell, it's 3-hole courses.
Okay.
Break it down into 3 holes. So if you have a bad hole on, let's say, your second hole, cool, you got one more hole to dwell on that. Now you got a whole new course you're playing. Let it go. Play it as it. I mean, we both know golf is very similar to life. You can do everything right and still catch a bad break.
This is coming from the guy who yesterday walked out onto the course with me and I said, hey, man, first hole, you stick it to 6 feet, and I'll buy your beer at the turn. And he said, no, I'm not drinking today. I'm a sober man. I'm elevating my life. I'm no longer going to be the fat alcoholic. And then on the 8th hole, he said, gosh, I can't wait for a couple of beers at the turn. And we walked into the turn, and he bought 2 beers.
Bro, that 8th hole killed me.
That was so bad.
Bro, having a perfect drive and still taking a 9 on a par 5, bro.
He hit the fairway with his drive, and then chunked the next shot. It was one of the best I've seen him hit.
Into a pine tree.
Chunked the next shot into a tree. Chunked the next shot, and then the ball vanished. We never found that ball. And then I gave him a free drop. I said, listen, drop here. You're fine. And then what did you do? Chunk, 3-putt? Or
with wedges, which, bro, those were my bread and butter.
It's a par 5, 412 yards, and he put up a 9.
Bro, and wedges and short irons have always been, like, the best part of my game. And now that I've found out how to hit a driver, apparently, I got nothing. I can't even putt, bro.
For me, my hole yesterday that was like that, though, was hole number 11. I said, hey, man, I really like driving the green. You really like driving the green. Let's play the blue tees because you get a better angle at the green, and it's a par 4 where you have a 3-wood to hit the green. And he said, well, I'm still going to go driver. Brr, brr, brr. And so he pulls out the driver, pipes it, just goes over top of the green, sets himself for a nice, easy eagle chip. I step up and I said, listen, if I go driver, I'm going to go 2 holes over. So I grab the 3-wood and top one 8 feet forward straight into the water.
In a 10-foot tall.
In a 10-foot tall marsh. Yeah, cattails. And then I said, all right, well, I'm laying 2, hitting 3. So then I go ahead and I hit my 3rd shot now directly into the water again. And so I drop in the fairway for a 5th. I hit it up to the green and 3-putted. Or I hit just short of the green, chipped up, and then 2-putted. But I put up an 8 on a par 4, 212 yards that I picked to play the blue tees. And I never play the blues. I only play the whites, and I just play an 8-iron into the fairway, and then I play a sand wedge up the hill because it's a 90-degree dog leg. And I said, let's make this hole easier, and quad bogeyed it.
So I got to tell a little story because after your first ball, he puts a Callaway into the marsh. He goes back to the cart and he grabs a primo ball, like TaylorMade
TP5. Yeah.
Like This dude is so confident. He's crushing this thing. He's on the green.
I put a Chrome Soft on the tee to start, and then you're right. I followed it up with a TP5 Tour Stripe, and I said, dude, if I make a hole in one, like I want it to be with a good ball.
Fair.
And I got a hole into the, cattails.
We have to talk about, though, the prettiest nitro ball we've ever seen.
Hey, Nitro, shout out Nitro. Your game is strong. Okay,
you want to sponsor anybody?
The new balls that you're putting out, I like it. Would I ever play a Nitro? No. But shout out to you guys for putting the red, white, and blue, the stars and stripes on a golf ball. Gotta support Nitro. Go down to your favorite Walmart. Get yourself a 24-pack for $6. Support America. They should put the Trump logo right on the side.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, you know how many people would suddenly play Nitro if Trump just said, hey, we're going to put Trump across the side of Nitro golf ball?
Oh, for sure. For sure. And then you have people, outside of the store boycotting it because he's got his name on it.
Yep.
Love America. Love freedom of speech. It's great. Anyway. Yeah, no, yesterday was a good time. Although the one club I could not hit yesterday out of my entire bag, 8-iron. No matter what I did. Every par 3. And then we get to hole 9. And you're like, oh, bro, I'm going to play a light 6 here. We're at 145, something like that.
I really feel like I said I was playing a light 8. I really don't think I went with a 6, but maybe I did. Maybe I did hit a soft 6, but I really thought I went with an 8 on that. But I don't know. Continue.
But, oh, man, he hits one dead on the flag, probably, 10 foot past?
Yeah.
Pitch mark, spins back, beautiful shot.
Mm-hmm.
I step up, and I'm unconfident because I can't hit an iron. I just came off of a 9 on a par 5.
And you said I should be using a 9, but I said just do it, man. Hit the 8. You're going to be perfect distance. And what did you do?
I was going to play a pitching wedge. Went with the 9, and my ball was 6 inches shy of where your pitch mark was. Yep. Literally dead in line with the flag.
Dead in line with my pitch mark, 6 inches closer to the flag, and spun back to be a full foot closer. And so we both had the exact same putt just over top of the flag, straight on. And I will say, one of us made their birdie putt.
That was my best hole of the day. I even got to use Graham's tee to fix my pitch mark.
Yeah, I didn't make my putt.
En route to my birdie.
I parred that one, but a par's a par.
Yeah, you can be my Pippin. You gave me the assist there.
Golly, man, these chairs make you want to nap. These are comfy. Yeah, I might have to come and take a couple of naps here just for the heck of it.
Right? Well, I'm liking this whole studio setup. I mean, I might have to go over there and get a photo session.
Yeah, you never know. Never know what we might have to do.
J-Red, I appreciate you, guy. I know I don't talk to you as much as I should. You're good people, and I appreciate you.
You have to surround yourself with good people. That's one of the reasons I love Jaron. Surround yourself with good people, like you surrounded yourself with me, of course.
Yeah.
Surrounded yourself with Jared. People like that, you'll be set.
Yeah.
But you can't surround yourself with people who are bad at golf. That's just one thing you can't do, because if you do, you will also be bad at golf.
That's true. That's true. I will say we played the best round of our life. We filmed a match. We were going against 2 pretty solid golfers. I mean, one scratch going into college, play golf.
And she's played on the LPGA tour. She's played events.
Epson tour.
It's the same friggin' thing. Nobody knows about the LPGA anyways.
That's fair, but it's all right. For those who don't know, it's the Korn Ferry Tour of LPGA.
Yeah, I don't know. I just knew that women golf on it. And, I mean, women's sports are women's sports.
Fair. What are you going to do when one of your daughters grows up to play a sport?
Then I might start supporting women's sports.
All right. I think Mael might be a player for the Cubs. She was killing that jersey yesterday, guy.
Oh, she's a cutie.
But no, she's a scratch golfer. Her partner, originally it was going to be a 2 versus 1. And I convinced somebody who can keep her level-headed, so we had a good match. We'd get our behinds kicked.
Yeah,
Let's be honest. And he was like, yeah, let's just golf. We'll go 2 versus 2. We'll give you guys what they give us, 13 strokes? 8?
Yeah, so they offered 18 strokes. I said, we don't need 18 strokes. I said, 8. And so then we kind of talked, and we said 13. We settled on that as a number. Because I didn't want to just take advantage of the situation, knowing, because if they gave us 18 strokes, I know how we play in scrambles. We play pretty good together.
Yeah. And we played a beautiful course, one that you and I probably wouldn't ever just go play because.
Especially since it's out of the way. Like, it's not like it's right in our backyard or anything.
But for the price, I mean, Bella Vista Golf Club in Coldwater, go check that course out. Pristine greens.
I'd go play again.
Yeah, I kind of want to. But we held our own. We won our match.
Yeah, we did. We won't give away how yet because we haven't dropped the video, but we won our match. So leave us with one more thing here. We'll both, give our last little bit. I want to know, how are you looking in league golf? What's your standing right now?
Oh man, I haven't even looked, to be honest. You get 5 points just for showing up. So I think the wife and I have 20 points right now. And then he goes.
So you've played 4 weeks and you have 20 points just for showing up.
I didn't say that. I just said we had 20 points. But yes. So playing in this league, it's not handicapped. It's not anything. And then we're playing against men who have paired up together to try to win this league.
Oh, so you're playing them straight up, no handicap.
Yeah. And so he takes 5 points for showing up, and then he takes 10 points, and the lowest scorer gets 10, and then he works his way down.
Yeah.
And so the wife and I, we have 20 points maybe, but we have a good time. It's our
Sometimes
time away.
you get the points subtracted.
Listen, with the way that I've been playing and having her carry me, I should.
I will say mine, different story. I have completely dominated. I have won every single match handily. I'm sitting in first place in the league and had a nice cushion until last week. I took my first loss of the season last week. Now I lost 5-4 in the match. So I lost it on the last hole and I couldn't complain. The guy I was playing hit a great putt, made par on the last hole. I ended up with a bogey, missed my par putt.
This is on the front or the back?
Front. It was at par 3.
Yep.
Yeah, I missed the green, then chipped up and gave myself a shot at par, but not great.
Okay.
But I mean, I took my first loss of the year. It shouldn't bump me out of first place, but I've been in this position before, back-to-back years now. I've led the league going into the last week and choked badly.
Yeah.
One year I needed to win 2 points to win the league, and I still haven't won. So
this year you're getting that jacket, though.
Yes, I want to get the jacket. I got the jacket for runner-up, so I've actually gotten the jacket 2 years in a row.
You guys do participation trophies?
So first and second place get a jacket.
Okay.
And then first place gets the jacket and their name engraved on a clubhouse trophy.
Oh, okay.
And so I've gotten the jacket 2 years in a row, but I haven't gotten my name on the trophy.
Do you get to take the trophy home?
You can take it home for a little while if you want, but it normally just sits on the clubhouse shelf there right behind the desk. Most people don't pull it down.
All right. So is it like a Stanley Cup where we can drink beer out of it or something?
I think it is a cup, so you could drink out of it.
Let's do it, bro. Claret jug that thing. I'll buy you. No, I won't do it. I can't do it. Bush Apple, I can't do it.
Nope.
I'll buy you the camo cans.
How about you just buy me one of these 7-Up Tropicals and we'll call it even, man. These things are absolutely freaking fantastic.
I'm just going to buy you real caffeine that you can snort.
These are caffeine-free.
No, I'm going to buy you real caffeine that you snort.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A good upper.
Sounds good to me. Well, on that note, guys, I'm not going to hit you with a corny tagline like my guy Motown tried. He tried to come up with a tagline. Didn't quite work. It was so bad that it ended season 2. So season 3, episode 1, that's a wrap. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
So we're just out like that?
We're out like that.
Wow. Just shut me right up.
Well, I had to after the way you closed the last episode.
I'm over here. I got my whole testicle out. I can't even promote my OnlyFans or anything.
You scared people away with the way you closed the last one.
Listen, they weren't real fans anyway. They know my shenanigans.
I mean, when you, what was it? Get up, get hard, get lost, or something. Something
No.
awful.
Get up, get hard, get laid. Something like that.
It was probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was definitely not what we had rehearsed prior to.
I said,
huge
he's
blank.
like, "What do you think about this as a tagline?" I was like, "I love it." He's like, "Elevate yourself, elevate your wife, elevate your game," something like that.
Whether you're lifting a friend or you're lifting a beer, either way, just lift up.
And that's not the way it came out.
Definitely not.
So that's a wrap, everybody.